everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you choose to subscribe if you like the content. This video that I recorded over the past few days, I'm very proud of. I think I did a really good job. It's an extreme emergency grocery budget for 40 bucks. I spent $40.80 for everything that you see. In the description box below, I will put every single thing that I bought and the price that I paid. Remember, prices vary by location, what store you use. This wasn't a specific store. It was my usual, my Aldi and my Walmart trips that I always have to do because Aldi is usually out of everything. That's what you're going to see here. So I'm going to stop babbling so you can see what I did in this $40 extreme grocery budget challenge. But this is what I got for the emergency grocery budget challenge. We got this big sack of chicken leg quarters. These are $6.92 at Walmart. You get so many legs and so many thighs out of this. This is a great bargain buy. It's Purdue brand. This little thingy. This was the milk that I could afford in my budget. It'll do. So we got that watermelon. These strawberries were on sale at Aldi for $1.49 this week. We got some oats and honey granola. This bag was $2. It's a good deal because Aldi, it's not $2. We got some crescent rolls, barbecue sauce, vanilla yogurt. We're going to make some yogurt parfaits for breakfast one day. Yes, I got the American processed cheese. Sue me. It's fine. We got some extra sharp cheddar cheese. We got some bananas, hot dogs. I'm going to make some crescent dogs for lunch one day. Brussels sprouts, broccoli florets, bacon pieces, Jiffy buttermilk biscuit mix, Alfredo sauce, 2 pounds of rice, pinto beans. We got 2 loaves of bread. They seen better days. They got smushed in the car. It's fine. Flour tortillas, 2 little tomatoes, and some sweet taters and some fettuccine. Did I skip anything? I don't think I did. But this, I think this is a pretty good selection. I think it's pretty good. So, do you guys think that I can make this last 4 days at least? I hope so. That watermelon, honestly, it could be a meal because we love watermelon. But I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to have it for a side for like multiple days. I forgot to put these in there. I bought an 18-pack of eggs too. They were on sale for $1.88. What? They were $2.08 for 12 at Aldi, and Walmart had them for $1.88. What? So tomorrow is the first day for this challenge. Cannot wait to start it. I'm very excited. Let's do this. See you tomorrow morning. Real life. This is what my hair looks like this morning. I've just now seen it. Holy cow. I'm sorry. Okay, day 1, emergency grocery budget. For breakfast, we are going to do yogurt parfaits. Yogurt parfaits. We're going to do yogurt, slice up some strawberries on top, and put some of that granola. It is honestly one of my favorite breakfasts. Please try this. It is so good. Vanilla yogurt, strawberries, and oats and honey granola. It's so good, and it's so simple and cheap. Hello. For lunch, we're going to do hot dogs with crescents and cheese. I'm going to sauce up this big old watermelon. This watermelon will last a couple days. I'm going to put it in something to keep it fresh. You said we did these before. Just wrap them up. Simple, easy. I need a nap. Alright, guys. That one busted. It's fine. It'll taste delicious even though it busted. So I just got this set out like this for the kids. Cut up some watermelon. Didn't have room for that one, but when this is gone, I'm going to cut up that, put it in here, put it in the fridge. Yeah. Lunch is served. Day 1. Hello, my sweetie pie. You ready to taste test the hot dog for everyone?
I love
You're supposed to blow it first. You like it? You may. Oh no, guys, he passed out. He passed out. That means it's good. Hello, girls. Brooke had an allergic reaction to something outside, and my eyes swelled up for a minute, but it's fine now. They still burn. Anyways, so if I look weird and if my cheeks are red, you know why. For dinner, we're going to do this Dutch oven chicken and rice meal. I haven't made this in forever. It's been a good minute. Usually it asks for a rotisserie chicken, like the original recipe, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to use some of these chicken leg quarters. Now, since I'm cutting this open, I'm going to go ahead and break them all apart and put them in freezer bags for separate meals. Kind of doing a little bit of prep work. So I'm going to do that. Go ahead and put your 2 cups of rice in your Dutch oven. I have 3.5 cups of water. Like this. And we're going to do everybody's talking. We're going to do 4th cup of soy sauce. And yes, I eyeballed it. It's fine. Now let's set this to the side. And my stove ain't on, by the way. Just so you know. Actually, I need a bowl. Alrighty, Spotty. In this bowl, we're going to make a rub for the chicken, which is, you can make a rub out of whatever. My favorite is equal parts of garlic powder because I love it. Onion powder. Get out of there. I can't wait till this one's used up so I can open another one. It's fine. Whatever. Then we're going to use some paprika, lemon pepper. I'm just going to mix it up. Break up the onion powder that's all hardened and weird. But y'all can't wait for me to open up a new thing of onion powder. You've been seeing the chunks all week. I'm going to use a leg. Another leg. Another leg. A thigh. Another thigh. And another thigh. I used 3 of those leg quarters and I got 3 legs and 3 thighs. Is this enough for my family? Yeah. Actually, I'm going to do another leg. Another leg. Now, I'm just going to rub it on. Rub it all over there. Get the seasonings all over that chicken. Stick her in there too. Make room. The more seasoning, the better. Put your Dutch oven lid on. Preheat to 375, I think. Yep, 375, I was right. So we're going to let that preheat and we're going to stick this baby in the oven for 90 minutes. Alrighty, so we got that in the oven going and I went ahead and cut up all of my leg quarters and put them into gallon Ziploc baggies. So they're already prepped, cut. Next time it won't take me so long, and I'm going to put these in the freezer and just take them out the morning I'm going to use them. So here's one meal. Here's another meal. And I know this sounds gross, but sometimes they leave the spines on the leg quarters. Dusty cut those off for me, and I have 1 thigh in here, and I'm going to boil them up one day for homemade chicken and dumplings. And the thigh is going to have the chicken meat in it. So I'm going to put that into a gallon Ziploc baggie too. And I know, sounds gross, but that, hey, makes food, makes it good. Making something out of nothing is possible. Hence these chicken spines. Okay, I just pulled the chicken and rice out of the oven. You may notice that I'm sweaty and red. It's because I've been working in the garden. Woo, it's hot. For this, on the side, with the chicken and the rice, I'm going to saute up the broccoli florets and like garlic seasoning, salt, and olive oil. Easy peasy. Okay, let's look at her, see what she looks like. Ooh, she's pretty. This recipe is so good. I do not know why I haven't made it in so long, because we love it. But that's what the chicken and rice looks like. Lord have mercy. It's like 1,000,000,000 degrees out there. I'm counting down the days till fall. Counting down. Counting down. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Ooh, she done. She almost done. Colin is going to do the taste test on his plate. He doesn't like broccoli. Go ahead, Kai. We got chicken and rice. Is it good, chicken? He passed out. You want to try your rice? You gotta. There we go. Did you grab your rice with your hands?
Yeah.
Is it good? He passed out. This is what we got left. I divided up those chickens, as you saw. One of these, this one, is one thigh and the spines. I know that sounds gross. But yeah, we got this much of the 2 pounds of rice left. I poured it all in this. We got some leftover dinner left. I'll probably have that for lunch tomorrow. We have half of the strawberries left. Both tomatoes, all the bananas, the bag of Brussels sprouts, all the potatoes, all of the eggs, cheese, pinto beans. We still have the bacon. We still have the Alfredo, fettuccine, over half of the oats and honey. We still have the buttermilk mix and the milk and barbecue and the bread left. Day 2 starts tomorrow. What are we gonna make? Did I say the watermelon? We ate over half of that watermelon today. But we still got this whole thing left. I am a mess and a half. And we have 2 of the yogurts left. All 5 of us had 2 of the yogurts today. But with the granola and the strawberries, it was pretty filling. And it was pretty flipping good too. Breakfast today. We're making some eggs. I'm going to put some cheese in it. And we're going to do some bananas on the side. In a little bit of a rush today because we have to go to Mama Emma's. So, go ahead and get this up. I did some open face egg sandwiches. Put a little bit of cheese in there and cut up bananas. Colin had a whole banana over there, as you see. Day 2 lunch, very busy day. We just had tomato sandwiches and egg sandwiches and some of that watermelon. Easy peasy lunch. Dinner, day 2. We are going to have fettuccine Alfredo. I'm just going to boil it up, toss it in the Alfredo sauce, and put half of that bag of bacon pieces in it. Easy peasy. I said this watermelon will last a couple days. I lied. I said a few days. It only lasted 2 because we've been shoving it in our mouths as fast as we can. 5 bows of Alfredo with bacon. Still eating the watermelon. Okay, Gaga. Taste test.
It looks so good.
Oh, you know what that means. I'm amazing to have. All right, guys, this is day 3 breakfast. We want some parfaits. Those things are really super good and they're simple and light on our tummies. So that's what we're going to do for breakfast today. some more of those parfaits, which we're probably going to use all the yogurt and all of the strawberries that we have left for those. Let's do it. Here we got our fruit and yogurt parfaits. These are awesome. Try these. Try these. Very budget-friendly, light, delicious breakfast. We used all of the yogurt and all of the strawberries, but we still have some granola left. Lunch day 3. I cut up the rest of those bananas, and by request from Colin and Ryder, we have egg salad sandwiches. I just made up all the sandwiches, cut them up, put them on a tray. They can just grab them as they want them. Easy peasy lunch. Day 3 dinner. That was weird. Day 3 dinner. Day 3 dinner. Okay, for day 3 dinner, this is when I'm going to take those chicken bones, that chicken thigh, and I'm going to boil them up, get some nice thick broth from those chicken bones, and we're going to make homemade chicken dumplings. Anyways, that's what this is. Okay, guys, so this is where the weird chicken spines and that one thigh come into play. Making something out of pretty much nothing. I know it's frozen, but the best thing about an Instant Pot is that doesn't matter. I'm just going to put it in there. And I'm going to add water to about like 2 inches. If you have an Instant Pot, you'll see the max line. That's where I'm going to put water. A little bit below the max line. Alright, sit that in there, and we're going to season that up a bit. I'm going to get a bay leaf and throw a bay leaf in there. Pantry item, of course. I'm going to put probably 2 in there. I like bay leaves. It smells like home cooked food. Now, normally I would put my frozen bag of veggie scraps in this to make it more flavorful. But not everybody has that, I understand. And I know not everybody has bay leaves, but I don't want to use a lot of stuff from my pantry or my freezer during this. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do plain old chicken bones and a bay leaf. And after that, I'm probably going to do like, when I start actually making the dumplings, I'm probably going to put like garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper in it. That's it. It's very simple, but it will still be really good. So after we do that, you can do this on the stovetop too. Just boil it until it's done. But whoop, in the Instant Pot, I'm just going to put the lid on, put it on ceiling, hit manual for 30 minutes. And we'll let it do its thing. Just forget about it until it tells me it's done. For the dumplings, that's why I got this, the buttermilk biscuit mix. I'm going to make this a little thinner than the back of the box. This one requires only water. I love things that require only water. It really helps out when you have an empty kitchen. So this is going to be our dumplings. But to stretch it and to make it more dumpling-like, I'm going to add just a little bit more water to make it a little thinner. She went off. Quick release, your Instant Pot. Now, as that's releasing, I'm going to mix up this. I'm going to do it according to the back of the box. After I do that, I'm going to add probably 2 extra tablespoons of water. I thought that I was recording. I was not. Took the lid off, and I took out all of the bones. Now, I'm going to rip off all the chicken meat and toss it back in. I dumped all the chicken in there. There was actually a little bit of chicken that I got off. The spines, they had meat on them. Turn it on saute. I'm going to start adding salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. However much you want. This works. I don't know what's up with this. It wasn't this much when I mixed it. It started fluffing up. See? I mix it and it's starting to go down. I probably put 3 tablespoons extra. See, I was getting smaller. Man, that puffed up. Said there was baking powder in it. That's probably why. Anyways, so once this comes to a boil, we're going to start dropping our dumplings in. It splashed me. If you want to, you can serve this with sides of veggies. You can put green beans in it. You can put carrots in it. I don't have those things, or I would. But this is good on its own. It's totally fine. I do have those sweet potatoes. I might roast them up. Let me ask, do y'all want like a baked sweet potato? Yeah. Colin said yeah. Everybody else said no. You do? Ooh, we both fell. Might save that for tomorrow for lunch. What? I about got rained over. No, I think we'll just have these. Is that cool?
What? Yeah.
What? A big bowl of dumplings?
Big bowl of dumplings? Yes, I never had dumplings in years.
And yes. Okay. Here they are. Remember, if you are using dumplings that you hand mixed into dough, don't stir until they're fluffy, or they will break apart and it'll be mushy goo. This is how you make something out of nothing. And there she is. And we do have some left over. Probably 2 to 3 more bowls. I would say 2.
That's good chicken and dumplings.
Day 4 breakfast. Breakfast burritos. I want to use 1 egg per burrito, some of that cheddar cheese, the rest of that bacon, some butter, and a tortilla for each burrito, obviously. I'm going to shred up my cheese. I'm going to put my egg in the pan and just roll it around. And then after I do that, I'm going to plop a tortilla in there. Flip it over. I'm going to start sprinkling the bacon, and then I'm going to put some cheese on top. And that's it. That is the most simple breakfast burrito there is. Before I forget, I put a little bit of milk in each egg to make it more fluffy. And here's your breakfast, day 4. It's breakfast burritos with eggs, bacon, and cheese. Dusty took his to go because he had to go to work. But there we go.
It's like breakfast in a burrito.
Who knew? Alright, as you can see, we're doing barbecue chicken thighs for dinner tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put them on. All I did was season the chicken up with some seasoned salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and I put half of the bottle of barbecue sauce on top. Day 4 lunch. I want to do some beans and rice. Simple soup beans, and instead of cornbread, we're going to do rice because that has become a favorite with Ryder. He loves it. Colin loves the rice with the beans. So that's going to be our lunch. And there is going to be leftovers. The leftovers I'm going to save to make something tomorrow. Alright, here's everybody's lunch. We got some good old beans with rice. Boom. And we have leftovers. Okay, little caca. How are the beans and rice? They good? He passed out. That means they're good. Means they're good. This is dinner, day 4. The kids wanted some of that leftover rice with theirs. Colin doesn't get Brussels sprouts because he doesn't like them. Sweet potatoes, roasted Brussels sprouts, and I used bacon grease that I saved to cook those in. Salt, pepper, garlic powder. And we got some barbecue chicken thighs that you see me make in the crock pot. But that's dinner day 4. Okay, this is what we have left after day 4. We have almost a whole loaf of bread. I think I took like 2 pieces out of this. We have this much of the beans left. I think I'm going to turn this into refried beans. and make some bean and cheese burritos, possibly. There's just one egg left. I could possibly use the milk, the egg, the toast to make some cinnamon toast, French toast, possibly. There's like 4 of those, 4 or 5, I think it's 4 of those sweet potatoes left. We have this much sliced cheese left, like 5 or 6 chicken legs left, this much rice, probably like a cup, and some granola. I can definitely get another day of breakfast, lunch, and dinner out of this. I'm thinking French toast for breakfast. For lunch, we'll possibly have the chicken legs some way with the sweet potatoes. Maybe grilled cheese. Tomato for the grilled cheese. Have some bean burritos maybe, and maybe make some Mexican rice. There's options here. Day 5 breakfast. I made some French toast sticks. I used 1 egg and a lot of milk for this. But yep, this was our breakfast. Everybody got like 5 French toast sticks. And they were pretty good too. Okay guys, today's day 5 lunch. Super easy. You may have seen my Will It Waffle grilled cheese video. Well, we're going to do that again today because it was a hit. So, everybody gets a grilled cheese waffle. They're delicious. This is honestly going to become a favorite. They are so fast. Do they hit different in the waffle?
Tastes like a waffle with cheese.
Mr. Brady obviously wanted a mater sandwich.
Good as always.
All right, Kaka, tell everybody if you like Mommy's grilled cheese waffles. That means yes. Day 5 dinner. I have rice, those leftover beans, those leftover tortillas, and I have the chicken. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'm going to cook the chicken in the Instant Pot to where all the chicken falls off. And then I'm going to season it up with whatever I can find in my cabinet, my pantry. I'm going to make chicken quesadillas with the rest of the cheese that I have. And then I'm going to do a homemade refried beans and rice on the side. Sounds like a pretty good dinner to me. And you notice that we still have those 4 potatoes left because I was going to make sweet potato fries with lunch with those sandwiches, but nobody was feeling it. It's really hot today. And nobody really had the stomach for like a big filling meal. That's why we just had sandwiches. But I was going to do those sweet potatoes as sweet potato fries. So I am going to have that left over. But I think I'll show you after I do this. I'm not really sure of everything I'm going to have left over, but I think that's about it. Alrighty, so I put the whole bag of chicken that I had left in here with like a cup of water. The water helps create pressure, so all chicken needs water in it when you use an Instant Pot. I think there's a couple of thighs in there actually. They're like a few legs and thighs. But yeah, I'm going to cook this unseasoned. You heard me right, unseasoned, because I'm going to season it after. Obviously, y'all know the drill. Sealing, close it. Manual, and since it's bone chicken, I want to do it for 40 minutes. Now I'm just going to pick that meat off of all those chicken bones. This I'm saving and I'm going to freeze. It's got a little bit of chicken left on the bones. The chicken broth that's in the Instant Pot, I'm going to save it too. I'm going to pour it in here, let it cool, and then put it in a freezer bag and let it freeze. It'll be great for some chicken broth in a few days or just whenever I want. I cleaned my Instant Pot because this is how I like to make my rice. I measured out the amount of rice that I have left, and I have like 1 cup and 1/4 left. So I can't make the normal 2 cups of Mexican rice that I do, so I'm just gonna have to figure it out. Tablespoon and a half of veggie oil. Put it on saute. Add the rice. And we're gonna saute the rice for about 2-3 minutes. Just give her a good saute. After it's sauteed for about 2-3 minutes, normally it's 4 to 5 cups, but since it's not 2 cups of rice, I'm going to use 2.5 cups. And you probably hear beating, that's dusty. And we will use 2 heaping spoonfuls of the tomato bouillon that I told you guys was great for pantry. 1, 2. Want to use some garlic powder to taste and some salt. That's what she's going to look like. We're going to turn this off, put the lid on, and cook her for 10 minutes. Make sure you put the vent to ceiling. And then after she cooks for 10 minutes, let it sit for 10 minutes and then release. Here's the chicken. We're going to season it up. I found some sazongoya in my cabinet, so I'm going to sprinkle that on there. You can season it up with whatever you have on hand. I'm just going through my cabinets and that's what I found. And I'm obviously going to do some garlic powder. Hello. I'm out of adobo at the moment. They were sold out at the store, or I would use adobo. Onion powder. A little bit of paprika. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there to give it some oil. Let's saute this up. And this is going to go in the quesadillas. Up, we're going to turn these leftover beans into refried beans. Get me a good old pot right here. Now, I don't know if this is the way that the authentic Hispanics make the refried beans. It's just how I'm going to do it with what I have. We need a little salt. Garlic powder, because hello. Put that in everything. Ground cumin. Some of that in there. Definitely going to use some onion powder. Heat her up, and then I'm going to smash them. The chicken is ready to go. Look how pretty it looks. While both of those are heating up, I'm going to shred up my cheese for my quesadillas. If you guys are interested in this awesome rotary cheese grater, I have it in my Amazon store. Linked it below. This thing is awesome. Worth every penny. But I use my Fetch Rewards, and I got it for free with gift cards. Woo. If you don't have Fetch Rewards, I'll also link that down below. Oh. Beans are done. I'm going to use my immersion blender to blend them up. If you don't have an immersion blender, you can definitely just use a tater masher. Works just as good. There she is. Look how beautiful. Finished product. Everybody has a cheese and chicken quesadilla, some Mexican rice, and refried beans. I had some leftover chicken, so I put it on top of the boys. There we go. Day 5 dinner. All right, B rating. Rice, good as ever. Beans. That's good. Okay, I'm calling it done. Because this is all I have left. The broth and the chicken bones that I told you I was going to save so I could make some chicken broth and can it up. A little bit of granola. And we'll probably get some stuff for parfaits this coming week. And make parfaits because we love those parfaits. They're really good. And we have 4 sweet potatoes left. So I'm calling it done. Now, this did 75 individual meals for our family. But there was leftover chicken and rice that Dusty had on break one day. 3 bowls of chicken and dumplings that the kids ate later that night. And there was an extra bowl of rice and beans. Ryder made him an extra bowl of that. So technically, this was 80 individual meals for $40.80. I mean, I know I didn't get boneless chicken breast, and a lot of people are like, "Ew, I don't like bone. I only want boneless." Sometimes when you're on a budget, you got to improvise, and it was pretty good, especially those little quesadillas that we just did. I'm gonna do that again. Definitely. The biggest tip that I can give to you, if you have a small grocery budget for the week, when you buy all your items, every day, lay them out in front of you. And you can look at them and your mind will start putting things together. What you can make with this. Do not let anything go to waste. Not one thing. That milk that I had, I only had 1 egg to make that French toast. But I used most of that milk to stretch it further. It was pretty good French toast. There was probably this much left and Dusty just chugged it. Lay it out in front of you. You can start piecing things together to see what you can make with this, with that. I swear it helps when you lay everything out in front of you. When you're just looking in this pantry, this fridge, this freezer, it makes it a little bit more difficult because you can't visualize it. With me, if I lay things out in front of me like this, I can see what I can make and I can stretch it even further. You ain't gotta spend tons of money to eat good. Hence this video. Everything was delicious. We loved it. 5 days for $40.80 for a family of 5. Plus leftovers. 80 individual meals. 80 plates of food for $40. That's like 50 cents a serving. I will see you later. Remember to always stay kind and positive. And if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Because one kind word to somebody can make their whole day. You have no idea what people are going through in life. And one mean word can make their day complete garbage. So watch what you say to people and please be nice. And I will see you guys next video. Oh, I forgot. Also, thanks for 9K. I'm so excited about that. I told you guys thank you in a post already, but I need to do it on video. Thank you. I love you guys. You're so awesome.